Welcome back to the DS Serenaka College grounds in Colombo. Mercantile Cricket Association E-Division T20 League Tournament for 2025. And the game this afternoon is between TVS Lanka and Hemas Holding. Hemas Holding and TVS Lanka battling it out for honours in this game. At the moment, the weather is pretty fine. It's a nice, lovely afternoon, hot and humid, of course, as usual. And, of course, this game all to play for. Don't forget that TVS Lanka also has got a very strong side, both batting and bowling. And Hemas Holding also will be looking to do their best in this game. There we are, the clouds. Well, white clouds at the moment over the grounds, so no threat of rain at the moment. But then we don't know when the clock ticks down to about 4:30 or so, we might see those black clouds rolling in. In the meantime, let's go into the centre. We'll join the two captains of the team, the match referee, and also our man, Samir Veerasinghe, for the toss.
Good afternoon. Here we are at DSN Anaka grounds for the second encounter in the Mercantile Division E competition. We have TVS Lanka and Hemas Holdings, and we have the match referee for today's game is Sudat Munavira. We have TVS captain Master Jayantha Samaravira and Amalka Veerasinghe of Hemas Holdings. Jayantha will flip the coin. Jayantha will flip the coin. Heads is the call. It is heads. Amalka, what do you think, what you gonna do today?
So we are going to bat first.
So any particular reason of batting first?
Because we need to put extra runs to the board and put a pressure to the oppositions.
What kind of target you going to look?
So the target is between 140 to 150. Yeah.
And what happened to the other matches? What are the results you can remember?
So we will lose both games, but those games were, so we played the good cricket, but we will lose. But boys are really confident about the today's game.
So this is the third game. All the best, Amalka. We have Jayantha bowling first. You lost the toss. What kind of a target you going to keep them?
I will target 100 or 130 score for the board.
So what happened for the last few matches? How many matches you played?
We are playing 3 games. 3 games are win. Then my side is good confidence, and I have a bowling attack is strong. We will try to the lowest score.
So you have won 3 games. So that means this is the 4th one. Hopefully you will win this as well. All the best, Jayantha. So news out here in the center is Hemas Holdings have won the toss. They have elected to have a bat.
There we are, Samir Veerasinghe, the two captains and the match referee for the toss. And well, the news from the centre was that Hemas Holdings won the toss and they've elected to bat first. If you missed out on the first match this morning, we'd like to update you on the result of that match, the game between Haley's PLC B and Brandix Essentials. Brandix Essentials won the toss, elected to bat first. They were bowled out for 53 in 18 overs, a run rate of 2.92. And Haley's PLC B raced to 54 for no wicket in 4.5 overs, and they won by 10 wickets. They went at run rate 11.38, a very healthy run rate, and the openers really struck well in the opening overs. Game number 14, this one between TVS Lanka and Hemas Holdings, and the umpires out at the moment taking their positions. And of course we have TVS Lanka also taking the field. They'll be fielding today first, because Hemas Holdings won the toss and elected to bat first. Right, so looking at what's been happening at the moment in this tournament, lots of games played, lots of games to be played. And this tournament is a long one, this E-Division T20 League Tournament for 2025, organized by the Mercantile Cricket Association. There are lots of teams playing in this tournament, and lots of them would like to participate and show their colours also in this tournament. Right, so as we talk to you, the batsmen are also in the middle. So all the players are out there, and now the action will unfold in a few moments from now, as certainly this game is of a lot of interest to both teams, because we have TVS Lanka who's played 3 matches, won all 3 games so far, and they'll want to keep that record intact to win a fourth game as well. 6 matches for each team, and in one group there's 5 matches in fact. So there we are, as the guard being taken as well. Because we're looking at the guard being taken, we talk about playing on matting wickets. Matting wickets is where you have to use chalk to mark out the guard, unlike the turf wickets. That's what we've been saying right throughout. So the game starts at 1:30 in the afternoon Sri Lanka time. TVS Lanka and Hemas Holdings. So here we are. Players all set to make things happen. The action will unfold as well. And the umpire is just checking that one ball. They're playing with one white ball in these 20 over games. Unlike in the 50 over games, use 2 white balls, but then after 34 overs, the fielding captain is given the option to pick one of those white balls from the 2, and he can make use of his choice to select one white ball, and the other one will be thrown out of the boundary line towards the dressing room to be collected. Right, so here we are, starting up with spin, the spin option straight away for TVS Lanka. The first ball coming up, so looking at the field, they got a slip in place at the moment. A short third man, the backward point, extra cover mid-off on the offside. First ball coming up. And played away on the onside, out towards a deep mid-wicket. Off the mark straight away is Hemas Holdings. 1 for no wicket. Lots of gaps on the onside as well. So look at the field in full with that slip and the back short third man, the backward point and the extra cover with the mid-off on the offside. On the onside, they got a man, a short fine leg, a backward square leg, a deep mid-wicket on the boundary, and also a long on the boundary. Second ball comes forward, pushes out on the offside for mid-off to come across and do the fielding. So just a 1 run at the moment of the 2 balls that are bowled so far. A player missed outside the line of off stump. Wicketkeeper puts the bails off and also hits the middle stump out of the ground. So some work now to get that middle stump up and running and then get the bails on. He's doing a quick job at the moment. Will the head umpire be satisfied with that? Let's wait and see. Played on the offside towards deep mid-off. Single been taken. That's a good run. The fielder at mid-off fumbled with the ball as well, trying to pick it up. You put the pressure on the fielder. Well, that's what can happen. Salinda Samranayaka and Oshan Karuratna opened the batting for Hemas Holdings. Koshan Jaivikrama bowled in the first over. Played a miss. Beats the wicket keeper also down towards third man. It goes. Batsman cross for 1. Is it buys? Wait for the umpire's call. Yes, it is buys. So 1 more to the total. 3 for no wicket. So Karuratna is on strike. He's on 1. He's faced 3 balls. Salinda Samranayaka is on 1. Faced 2. Jaivikrama. Last ball the over. With a big heave on the onside. Up to the pad. Shout for LBW. Not out says the umpire. Ends the over. 1 completed. And Hemas Holdings are 3 for no wicket. We look at the last ball of that last over. The big shout for LBW. So Koshan Jaivikrama, 1 over for 2 runs. Run rate is 3 at the moment for Hemas Holdings. Salinda Samranayaka is on strikes, on 1. Hunster Bryant to bowl the second over. This is for TVS Lanka. So he's got a slip in place. So with the man fielding at short third man, the backward point, the extra cover, a long off on the offside. There's no sweeper cover in position, and the man on the onside or fielders on the onside will come to that in a moment. Edge down to a short third man, no runs. You got a short fine leg, a square leg, a deep mid wicket of the boundary, and a deep mid on. That's the onside field. Hansita Bryan bowling a right arm over the wicket, another spinner. He's played 16 matches, best being 5 for 49, 1 5 wicket haul. Economy rate is 3.10. Picked up 37 wickets in his career so far. Thick outside edge, the ball runs towards the backward point this time, and there's no run. So keeping the batsman quiet is Hansita Bryan, has bowled 2 dot balls so far to Sabradaka. Brings him forward, plays down the batting, and there's no run again. Salinda Samranaka played 9 matches, 150 under his belt. Pulls that run on the onside, straight to the field at deep mid on. And there we are. So Hemas Holdings lose their first wicket. Salinda Samranaka, the man out. And Hansita Bryan picks up his first wicket. And Hemas Holdings are 3 for 1 in the second over. The intention was to pull that over that fielder's head, but couldn't get that elevation going. So Samranaka is the batsman's out for 1. And we look at that again. There's the shot being played. And the man fielding at deep mid on had to time his jump up, in fact, to catch that. But he did well to catch that. So Hemas Holdings lose their first wicket. 3 for 1 in the second over. So 1.3 overs completed. The run rate is 2 per over. Hansita Bryan not conceded run so far, but picked up the 1 wicket of Sabradaka. Oshan Karuratna is at the non-striker's end. He's on 1 as well. So important for the top order batsman to get runs, to put a good score on the board, put pressure on the opposition. And when you win the toss and bat first, the intention is to make a good score, to put pressure on the opposition when they come out to bat later on. So you need to have a good batting side. You need to trust your batsmen that they could really make things happen for your team. So Sabradaka, the man out, and Oshan Karuratna is the man who's in there at the moment. So 3 for 1 after 1.4 overs. Hansita Bryan, 1 wicket for no runs to bowl his 5th ball. Brings the man well forward, pushes out to the offside point. There's the fielding. There's no run. It's a nice tight over so far. He's got 2 balls left, 3 dot balls, and then the wicket as well. So 4 dot balls in all. Well bowled. Really, really well bowled. That was really a good delivery. And that's the end of the second over. Bryan's first over. 1 over, 1 wicket for no runs, his figures. And after 2 overs, Hemas Holdings, look at that. There we go. Inside edge of the bat, onto the pad. It's 3 for 1 after 2 overs. Hemas Holdings won the toss, needed to bat first. Amarka Veera Singh is the new man who walks in. He joins Oshan Karuratna in the middle. Vishmika Sandeepa to bowl over number 3. He's first. So the captains are ringing those bowling changes all the time. Sometimes the bowler will bowl just the 1 over, and he calls up another bowler to bowl also his first over. So this is what really happens. They want to pick up wickets. That's the name of the game. So TVS Lanka has done very well so far in this tournament, and they're out to maintain that unbeaten record as well. So medium pace bowler is Oshan Karuratna. Or Vishmika Sandeepa is the man who's bowling. Left of the pad, but that certainly is not out. The batsman was down the track as well. But it's a dot ball, so they got a slip in place with the backward point. Third man also in place. Extra cover in the mid-off. On the onside, they got a field a deep mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a backward square leg. So Vishmika Sandeepa, 18 matches, 3 wicket haul, is picked up 3 times, best figures 3 for 16, 24 wickets in all, economy rate 6.49. There we are, given out, caught behind, We thought for a moment his player had missed, but he got a touch to it. So Oshan Karuratne also departs. And Hemas Holdings lose their second wicket. 3 for 2 in the third over. Vishmika Sandeepa picks up his first. We do hope we're not seeing a repetition of the morning match when wickets fell in a heap. And Brandix Essential is bowled out for 53. And this game now, Hemas Holdings won the toss, they need to bat first. And there we are, they already lost 2 wickets. 2 wickets to 3 runs. Oshan Karuratne is out for 1 of 6 balls. Neruko Heshan taken the catch of Vishmika Sandeepa. So you start to lose wickets early on. So difficult to build partnerships in the end, because you know that your top order batsmen, especially your good batsmen, when they depart, like numbers 1 to about 5 or 6, when they don't really perform, puts a lot of pressure on the low order batsmen to score some runs. So coming to Bandara is the new man who walks out to join Amalka Veerasinghe, who's still to score his first 2 balls. So Bandara has played just the 1 match, and he scored 3 runs in that match. So not a great pedigree behind him in the batting department is Bandara, but can he make an impression today for his team? Let's wait and see. As Vishmika Sandeepa, John away once again to bowl, this time to Kavinda Bandara. Again a player missed outside the line of off stump, very close to getting an edge to that as well. Some extra bounce from Vishmika Sandeep as well. Last bending his back, trying to bowl a bit faster. There we go. Look at the bounce on that. The wicketkeeper takes it once he's bowled. Again playing a miss, wide call this time from the square leg umpire. Over the batsman's head, so there we are. He's got to be careful about that. So takes the total up to 4 for 2 after 2.3 overs. Got to be re-bowled. Look at that, way over the batsman's head. Square leg umpire set the pace by calling it a wide. Nice to play it on the offside towards extra cover. Single being taken. Well, there we are. Short of his ground, and coming to Bandara and Amalka Veerasinghe, there was no discussion between them on that single, and another wicket falls. So Hemas Holdings lose their 3rd wicket. Straightforward decision. The batsman didn't have to wait for the square leg umpire. Look at that. Played on the offside, straight to that extra cover field. The return coming. Look at where the batsman is. He's really ambling across. And he's not in the frame more or less as the bails come off well short of his ground. And of course TVS Lanka is so happy they picked up the 3rd wicket. So Amalka Veerasinghe is the man out for no score. Plays 2 balls. And it's 4 for 3 after 2.4 overs. So Vishmika Sandeepa, 1 for 1 from the 4 balls he's bowled. Kanishka Piris, the new man who walks in, he's with Kavinda Bandara. Kavinda Bandara has just played that 1 match, and we talked about the runs he scored, just 3 runs. Four for 3. Hemas Holdings win the toss and batting first this afternoon. Hit hard into the ground. The ball runs out towards point region. No chance of a run. Kavinda Bandara hit it hard into the ground. So 2.5 overs completed. And Hemas Holdings lost 3 wickets for 4 runs in these 2.5 overs. Vishmika Sandeepa to bowl the last ball of his first over. 1 for 1 in his figures at the moment. Wide call outside the line of off stump. It's got to be re-bowled. So 5 for the loss of 3 wickets. Hemas Holdings, look at that. Very wide indeed. We talk about the tram lines that are out there. Normally they're in blue. On turf wickets, it's white on the matting wickets. So Kanishka Piri is on strike, in fact. Straight to an extra cover. Another wicket falls. Hemas Holdings are 5 for 4. Well, it's all happening here. We saw this in the morning as well. And now in this afternoon session, Hemas Holdings win the toss and batting first. Have lost their 4th wicket for just 5 runs. And we've had only about 17 minutes of play in this inning so far. And Vishmika Sandeepa picks up his 2nd wicket. Run for 2 wickets is his figures. And we look at that. Short outside the line of off stump. Thump straight towards the extra cover. Straight forward catch there. The fielder plays with the ball after he takes the catch. And Hemas Holdings in all sorts of problems. Well, this is going to be another low scoring game, I suspect. Because 3 overs completed. And it's 5 for 4 Hemas Holdings. With the Bandara still to score his face 2 balls. Vishmika Sandeepa 1 over 2 for 2 his figures. Run rate is 1.67. Right, so Hemas Holdings, really a poor start once again. The top order batsmen letting the side down because being 5 runs or 4 wickets is certainly something that no side wants to be in a T20 game, especially. PR Dissanaka, the new man in, he's played 11 matches. His top score is 33. Total of 108 runs, average of 13.50. Hansja Brian is 2nd over. Lofted again, just past the field at Midon, picked up inside the boundary. They're coming back for 2. Well, the keeper was interested for a moment because the batsman coming back to the striker's end, he was certainly very slow to get off the blocks. But they complete 2 runs in the end. And takes the Hemas Holdings total to 7 for the loss of 4 wickets. Where in the 4th over, look at that. Almost carried to the field at fielding at a deep mid-on. But he was not in the frame to pick up that ball. Defensive from coming to Bandara. Hansja Brian. 1 wicket for 2 runs at the moment in his 2nd over, 1.2 overs. 7 for 4 Hemas Holdings. Lofted again this time. The man at deep mid was interested for a moment, but that's gone out of the playing area. That's a 6, a big 6. That was well played by Kavinda Bandara. Got maximum for that. Looks like the ball has gone into the next garden as well, so they'll need another ball. The fielder looking over the ball, trying to get the ball, but there's no way. That's an office premises. There's nobody there on a Saturday and Sunday to pick up the ball as well. Right, so it's 13 for the loss of 4 wickets at the moment. 13 for 4. Coming the Bandara goes on to 8 with that 6. PR Dissanaka is still to score. Hansja Brian into his 2nd over, 1 wicket for 8 his figures at the moment. So another ball comes from the match referee. So Kavinda Bandara, perhaps out of desperation, went after that, but he got a good connection, good timing. The placement was excellent for that 6. Trying to hit the bowlers off their length. That's what he's trying to do is Bandara. 8 of 5 balls. Waits for Brian once again. Comes forward. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. So 13 for 4 after 3.4 overs. That's the play and a miss outside the line of off stump. Lofted again. Where's it gone? It's gone a long way. Over the boundary. 6 more. Well, so Bandara seems to be getting those sixers going. 2 sixers in the over. It was in the slot for that ball to be hit away on the offside over, long off for 6. 19 for 4. The last ball of Hansa Bryan's second over coming up. 1 for 14 his figures. In the drop short of that fielder at deep mid on. 1 bounce to him. No chance for run. That will end the over. 4 overs completed. And Hemas Holdings are 19 for the loss of 4 wickets. With Kavinda Bandara on 14 of 8. PR Dissanaka still to score. And Hansa Bryan 2 overs. 1 for 14. The run rate 4.75. So look at the Hemas Holdings scorecard. Samranaka made 1. Karunaratne also made 1. Very disappointing scorecard up the order, especially the first 4-5 batsmen. They need to really play themselves in. And then we have Veera Singh, no score. Piris also no score. Kavinda Bandara is there on 14 with those big hits. And PR Dissanaka still to score. 3 extras in total so far. Kusha and Jai Vikrama to bowl his second over, none for 2 his figures. He opened the bowling, in fact, for TVS Lanka. Come to bowl his second over now. So slip has disappeared. They got the short third man, the backward point, a point extra cover, deep mid off on the offside. Left of the pad works out towards that mid wicket on the bowler field. So on the onside, they got that man at a backward square leg, a mid wicket, a deep mid wicket on the boundary, and a long on. So the boundary is protected on the onside. And here's Jai Vikrama once again. Again wrapped on the pad, but perhaps missing the stumps. So 4.2 overs completed. Hemas Holdings are 19 for the loss of 4 wickets. A little recovery thanks to Bandara's 2 sixers that last over. Going for a sweep. Wide called. Quite rightly so. Down the leg side. Total up 20 for 4. So PR Dissanaka is on strike. He's still to score. He's faced 2 balls so far. In the block hole. Digs it out straight towards that point fielder. No chance of a run again. Now the dot ball. 20 for 4 after 4.3 overs. Hemas Holdings won the toss. They led to bat first. Play and a miss, and the wicket keeper also misses. So backward square leg has to do the needful to run in and pick up. A bye called, I think, by the umpire. We couldn't see his hand coming up, but the indication from the leg umpire was it was a bye. So 21 for 4 after 4.4 overs. Kushan Jai Vikrama. None for 4 after 1.4 overs is bowled so far. Nice to play, driven on the onside, out towards long on. They'll pick up 1 for that. Picked up by the long on fielder. Total up to 22 for 4 after 4.5 overs. So coming the Bandara on 15. PR Dissanaka is on 1 on strike. Going for the cut shot, hits it hard at the ground, past the wicket keeper. They pick up 1 more run. The ball runs out to backward square leg. That length the overs of 5 overs completed. And Hemas Holdings are 23 for the loss of 4 wickets. Coming the Bandara 15. PR Dissanaka is on 2. And Koshan Jai Vikrama 2 overs, none for 6. Time for change in voices. Your friend and mine, Samir Veerasinger, for the next 5 overs.
Thank you, Eric. It has been an eventful 5 overs. It got 4 wickets for like 4 runs. Suddenly, a counter punch from Kavind Bandara, 15 of 9. Because of that, they have got to a decent 23. So now they can build on that in the next 5 overs. No, they don't. They don't build on that. Vishmika has hit the timber. He just gets the ball into the right place. There you go. Stumps rattled. A different kind of action he has. So the batsman can't pick it easily. So end of PL Disanayaka for 2, but Kavinda is still there. So they can build on Kavinda, and let's see what will happen. Anyways, doesn't look Hemas will go towards a very big score. It's just another low scoring encounter where TVS are bossing the game at the moment. You can't say Hemas in control when you see the scoreboard as 23 for 5. So normally, as Eric said, when you lose couple of wickets, so probably 3 wickets in the first 5 overs in a T20 game, it's very hard to come back. It's very hard. You saw what happened to Sri Lanka last couple of days ago. The Zimbabwe, they lost like 3-4 wickets for 20 something. They never recovered. Dasun Shanaka came and just got some runs, but just end up bowled out for 95. So same position Hemas are in 23 for 5. So how to even 20 overs looks big now for them. So wickets is the factor in this game of cricket. You lose wickets, you lose the game. 2 wickets is the maximum you can give. If you get 3 wickets, you have to forget about getting 150 to 160. Again, then it will be around 100, 120 target. When you lose 4 or 5, that's done for the day. That's what happened in the first game. Brandix were going nowhere, and Haley's just end the match in first 5 overs. Vishmika has bowled well, keeping things very tight. Look at that. It's an Indaka. Take a look at the Ashes. Australia have started well. 75 for 1, chasing 205. So suddenly the wickets falling has stopped in that game. South Africa something around 150 for 2 against India. They're playing well. So it's not going to be easy for India. Sri Lanka will take on Pakistan today. That's going to be a very important game for our boys. We might get some changes coming in that game. Taking a look at this game, it's all about TVS Lanka. They're bossing the game. 5 wickets down. Kavind Bandara should hit a blind to get out of jail now. Clear skies, a little bit dark clouds hovering, probably at around 4:30. Will be difficult. Umpire calls it a wide. Apart from that 2 sixers, there's nothing. That controlled the run rate and everything. The 2 big sixers. If not, they were like 10 for 5. Those are some solid shots. I saw full face of the blade, and that possibly the end of the 6th over. Just 1 run from it. 24 for 5 after 6 overs.
You're going?
It's going to be, I think a new bowler has come to bowl. Nadish Yasiru. As I said, TVS Lanka seems a very, very good organized team. Same as Haley's. They had left arm spinners. Looks like Nadish will bowl some leg spin. 4 for 28 is best. He has taken 20 wickets. Good bloke. Let's see some leg spin. Straight away, Bandara decides to go. I can see Bandara is in a different era in this team. The others doesn't look much qualified as batsmen, but Bandara has a backup punch. He is playing a one-man show here. Gets another boundary away. And again, good looking shot, my dear. And again, another boundary. If Bandara keeps going, Hemas will be happy. He might get 200 if he is going like this. Don't know whether Bandara has the control to keep going, because he's just going in one mission. Just boundary ball. Doesn't look a bad ball. First one was a full toss, of course. But this one, it's a bit short, but it was a very, very good shot. Leg spinner under pressure. Tries to go again. I told you, he's after runs. He doesn't want to block. Look at that. His strike rate is about 180 to 200. 23 of 12. Going great guns. There you go. He heard me. A solid forward defense. 23 of 13 for Bandara. Hirusha yet to get out the mark. This time again shot, but this time it's in the air. Fielder getting under it, takes the catch. Bandara's resistance comes to an end. That might be the end of Hemas as well. That was not looking good. He tried too many. You know the leg spinner. Sometimes he gets these short or full tosses, gets you wickets. That's a leg spinner story. Good catch. Warning in. TVS Lanka on top. TVS Lanka coached by former Agama CC captain Samir Soisa. He's looking after the boys from TVS. Yasiru, after conceding 2 boundaries, gets you the wicket. That's what leg spinners do. Here comes Yasiru. Easy single. Malindu was disappointed that Malindu Manabarana ends the over. 7 done, 32 for 6. That's the batting card. Apart from Bandara, the next best is 5. So look at that. It's 11023. Here comes Hansaja Brian. Interesting name. Brian is a bit English. Hansaja is very much Sri Lankan. Anyways, it's Hansaja Brian with his left arm spinners. Gets you wicket, but got that big sixes. In fact, Bandara is gone. Hansaj is back. Got that first wicket. Now he's looking for his second. Brian. Oh dear, oh dear. Speeds away. Not that tight with his defensive. Irusha Pereira leaving dangerously. See, they have a decent run rate. They can get to at least about 100. They can give a fight with TVS. You can't give a fight when you score just 50, 70, 80. 100, 120 will be a little bit of a fighting score if they bowl well. You can't say the bowlers give it a fight when you score 70. Another wicket from here. They will be looking down the barrel. Hirusha is missing the ball completely. Finally, he gets that single away. Hirusha gets off the mark. It's Manabarana. Malindu is the new batter. Faced one ball. Should be another single missed opportunity, I guess. They are missing those runs for my liking. A little bit of change in the field. It should be the final ball of this over. Missed the catch, I guess. Ends the over. 8 completed. 33 for 6. It is Nadish, the leg spinner. Will continue from the far end. Wow, what a hit. Hit 6. Where did that come from, Hirusha? These guys can get that maximum hits. Doesn't have that tight forward defense. They can hit the ball. So Hirusha shown intends that he can hit a long ball. But this is tricky. Nadish is a leg spinner. He can be useful. That's a faster delivery, I guess. Came really quick. Wicket taker. See what he can do in the next few balls. Clearly a short delivery. No harm whatsoever. Those kind of lines. What a delivery from the leg spinner. Always produce that wicket taking ball. Short and wide this time, but batter decides to cut that for a single. He's a quickish leg spinner, I must say. Bowls pretty quickly. Here comes the leggy. Bowl his final ball. He's bowling a quick googly, I guess. Ends that. Not bad. 41 for 6 after 9. It's going to be Umesh Caldera, the new bowler. Right arm off spinner. Six wickets already gone. It's another single. Down to deep. Gets another single away. Tried to cut, but ball just went through very quickly. Should be a single for Hirusha. A lot bowled by the spinners, TVS. That's a secret they have. Quick over it as well. Good bit of fielding there from the bowler, Umesh Caldera. Good bit of bowling there from Caldera. And he ends the over with that single. 45 after 10. Hemas after batting. First change in voices. It will be Eric Gowder to take you to the next 5 overs.
Thank you, Samira. There we have the scorecard for Hemas Holdings. Not a pretty looking scorecard to look at. Samar Nayaka 1, Karun Ratna 1, Veerasinghe no score, Piris no score. Just that one man who made 23. So 11 overs completed, and Hemas Holdings 45 for 6. First ball of a new over from Nadish Yasiru. Played down the track by Malindu Manabara. Outside the line of off stump. Short his arms this time. Wicketkeeper collects a quicker delivery, in fact, from Yasiru. Three dot balls so far this over. 1 for 16 is Yasiru's figures after 2.3 overs. Malindu Manabarna is on 3. Hirisha Perra is on 9. Just pushed on the onside. Single being taken. That's good running. They need to convert those to runs. When the ball is just pushed away on the onside, the wicketkeeper and the backward square leg has to work around that to pick the ball up. Plenty of time to take a single. 46 or 6 after 10.4. Play to a short fine leg. Look for single was Hirusha Perra, sent back by his partner. Dot ball. So one ball left in Yasiru's third over. 1 for 16 his figures. 46 for 6 after 10.5. That's nicely played towards sweeper cover along the ground. They pick up a single, so Hirusha Perra will keep the strike. That ends the over. 11 completed. Hemas Holdings 47 for 6. Malindu Manabarana is on 3. Hirusha Perra on 10. And Nadish Yasiru 3 overs, 1 for 17. Current run rate 4.27. It's a hot afternoon here in Colombo at the DSN Lanka College grounds. Very humid as well. We hope we don't see the rain clouds coming in at around 4 o'clock or so, or 4:30. That's been the trend the last couple of days in Colombo. Sumesh Caldera will continue. He's bowled 1 over, 4 runs. He's bowling to Hirusha Perra. .27 the run rate at the moment for Hemas Holdings. That poor start has really put pressure on the middle order batsmen. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump. Perra going for a booming drive on the offside. Was nowhere near the ball. Clobbers this one on the onside, but straight to the fielder at a deep mid wicket. They'll pick up a single. It's always worth making a note of your field before you hit shots or you play the ball. Lofted again. Where's it gone? Over the boundary. Another 6. Manabaranam scores another 6. Yes, it's 6. So quite a few sixers in this innings, even though wickets have tumbled up the order. 54 for 6. We're in the 12th over. Look at that. Timing was good. The placement was excellent. The fielder had long on. For a moment he thought he was in business, but there was no chance in getting that. And this time, well bowled and well played. Quicker one from Caldera. So Malindu on 9 and Hirusha Perra is on 11. Played defensively out of the offside. No chance of a run. Played to the onside, straight towards mid-wicket again. Ends the over, 12 completed, and Hemas Holdings win the toss and batting first. 54 for 6 after 12 overs. Malindu Manabarana is on 9, Hirush Perra is on 11, and Umesh Caldera 2 overs, none for 11. Current run rate 4.50. And there's the scorecard of Hemas Holdings. Look at the scorecard, very disappointing, except for Bandara, who got you double figures of 23. The others let the side down. 1-1, 0-0 and 2. And of course now Hirush Perra and Manabarana trying to get a partnership going. Nadish Yasiru will continue. 1 for 17 of 3 overs, his final over. Playing a miss outside the line of some very fast leg breaks. There's Yasiru bowl. And when he gets into the spot, it's difficult for batsmen. Playing a miss again. Single being taken. So bye call by the umpire. Total up to 55 for 6. Brings Manabarana to take strike. He is on 9 with the 1-6. Trying to tuck the bat underneath his eyes, but didn't really get bat to ball there. Caught a slip. There we are. They had the slip in position, and Yasiru, another quickest delivery. And Manabarana going for a big heave, got an edge to it. The ball flew to slip, would made no mistake about it. And Hemas Holdings lose their 7th wicket. 55 for 7. Another dismal scorecard. Look at that. Straightforward catch to slip. You couldn't miss that. So Manabarana made the 9 of 20 balls. And Nadish Yasiru picks up his 2nd wicket. Caught by Kushan Jai Vikrama at slip. 1-6 in that innings of 9 of 21 balls. So TVS Lanka right on top in this game as well. Like we saw in that first game when Brandix essentially won the toss, he led to bat first. They were bowled out for 50-55. And now Hemas Holdings are 55 for 7. So here is PLC B. They beat Brandix by 10 wickets. So there's the scoreboard. 54 the total, 7 wickets. So 55 should be the total. 12 overs and 2 balls. Kavishka Vijayawardhan, a new man who walks in 13 matches. He's got 100 under his belt. So he's got some pedigree of a batsman. 112 was his highest score. The average is 23.40. Played on the offside, straight towards backward point. Looked for one. Sent back by Hirush Perra. So 1 ball left in the 13th, and this is the last ball from Nadish Yasiru. Again, slip catch. Well, 2 wickets in the over. Both caught at slip. And there we go. Kavishka Vijayawardhan is the man out. 55 for 8 wickets is Hemas Holdings. Nadish Yasiru, the last ball of his 4-over spell, picked up another wicket. 3 for 17 his figures. There we are. Look at that. Luckily he's had height, so I could just leap up and collect that. Straightforward catch, in fact. 55 for 8 after 13 overs. 4.23 is the run rate. Hirush Perra on 11. Nadish Yasiru's bowled well. 4 overs, 3 for 17. So TVS Lanka have taken hold of this game, a firm grip of this game. There's no way they are going to lose this match in any way. They bowled well, they fielded well. And we know they are batting in the strong section as well. So change the bowling. We've got a medium pacer coming on again. Pramod Fernando, the batsman, 8 matches. Top score of 18. He's made 44 runs in the 8 innings he's played. Not a great average, 14.67. We're down to the tail now of Hemas Holdings. So here's Perra, he's on strike. Chaminda Sampath, the ball is first over. The medium pacer. Shot, going for the pull shot, doesn't get hold of it. .18 the run rate. How much will Hemas Holdings get in there? 55 for 8. And look at that, the last ball that was bowled, very short. One thing notice that the bowlers who operate from this end are getting a bit of extra bounce, in fact. And here's Sampath again. Player miss outside the line of off stump. Hirshapera has batted well. He's got 11 of 21 balls. He's a better batsman than what we see at the moment, where he's being beaten outside the line of off stump. Can't get back to ball. Pramod Fernando, he's his partner, still to score, still to face a ball, in fact. Oh, that's a wide. That's a poor delivery. So 56 for 8 after 13.2 overs. Chaminda Sampath has conceded that wide. Look at that. Way outside the tram lines as well. Thick outside edge down towards that third man region. It's gone to the boundary before. The field was trying to play footy with that. Struck the boot and deflection went to the boundary for 4. My word. Bonus runs, in fact, for Hemas Holdings. They move on to 60 for 8. Look at that. Should have been stopped. Should have been doing a single. The fielder is after it. And look at what he does now. He gets a boot to it. There we are. And off the boot into the boundary. Player miss outside the line of off stump. So Hirshapera has a 15 of 23 balls. Flicked on the onside down towards that deep mid-wicket area. Fielder runs in for the boundary. Corrects and returns to the bowler who doesn't collect cleanly. Luckily he's got backup fielders. So Chaminda Sampath bowled 5 balls and he's conceded 6 runs so far. 61 for 8 Hemas Holdings after 13.5 overs. Played defensively, ends the over, 14 completed. Hemas Holdings 61 for 8. Pramod Fernando still to score. Hirusha Pereira on 16. Chaminda Sampath none for 6 on the 1 over. Current run rate 4.36. So there's the bowling card for TVS Lanka. Jai Vikrama, wicketless, is bowled 2 overs, but he's bowled well, none for 6 over the bowling. Brian 1 for 15 from 3. Sandeepa has bowled 2 overs, 3 for 3, in fact, his figures. Yasiru 3 for 17 from his 4. He's completed his 4 over spell. So Brian back to complete his 4 over spell to bowl his 4th. 1 for 15 is his figures. Hirshapera is on strike on 16 of 24. A slip also in place. Driven nicely on the onside. Out towards long on. Picked up inside the boundary. The batsman crossed for 1. The field on the offside. A slip. A short third man. The sweeper cover. Extra cover. And a long off on the offside. On the onside, he's got the man at short fine leg or backward square leg. Man at deep mid wicket on the boundary. And a long on also on the boundary. Played a miss this time by Pramod Fernando. Edge again down towards backward point. Looks for one, but Hemas Pereira is not interested. He thinks there's no single in that. Quite rightly so. Fernando trying to get off the mark. I suppose that's his main requirement. Comes forward. This time they go for the single. Return comes into the wicket keeper. Batsman is home. So Fernando off the mark with one. Takes a total of 63 for 8 after 14.4 overs. Hansaja Bryant to bowl 2 more balls in his 4-over spell. 1 for 17 his figures. Bowls now to Pereira. Drives nicely on the onside. Along the ground towards long on. Picked up inside the boundary. The batsman crosses for 1. Takes Pereira on to 7-18. And the total moves up to 64 for 8. Last ball of Hansaja Bryant's 4-over spell coming up. Fernando comes forward, pushes out to the offside, ends the over. 15 overs completed, and where we are, Hemas Holdings are 64 for 8 after 15 overs. Pramod Fernando is on 1, Hemas Pereira is on 18, and Hansaja Bryant 4 overs, 1 for 18. The current run rate is 4.27. And to take it through to the end of this innings, your friend and mine, Samira Veerasinghe.
Thank you, Eric. I think TVS Lanka knows that they are already through. I think they are just giving some bowlers the opportunity to bowl. That's what I see. Lesser bowlers. Otherwise, no way that last fast bowler can bowl. He was awkward. He was going wayward as well. Slow action. And now the captain, Jayanta Samaravira, has brought into the attack in this situation. I feel they are just trying out things and keeping this game in the bag. But that's not good because you never can't see cricket. You have to just finish this off. You never know. Jayanta Samaravira, 9 wickets, 13 matches. Captain of the team. Pramod Fernando. The captain, St. Anthony's Kandugastuda. He's a good cricketer. He's not a number 10 batter. As I know, he comes middle in the innings because of the age and with work. He has dropped down. So he surely can bat. But it's anyway another 5 overs to go. T20 cricket. We'll try to go bang bang. Missed it completely. If they score 30 in the next 5 overs, still they get 96. So it's not a good target at all. Just a single down to deep mid wicket. Another good delivery. Ends the over. It is 67 for 8. 67 for 8. Koshan Jayavikrama has been brought back into the attack. Koshi played a lot of cricket for Paradura. Baduroliya captain Nalanda College, if I'm not mistaken, he captain Nalanda. Here and there goes England for cricket leagues. Good competitor. Spin and bounce there. Now with 2 wickets in hand, they should just go for it, because now score is terrible. If they get another 10 runs out of the next 4 overs, it isn't worth it. So why not just getting bowled out for 5 runs, or try to get 30 or 40? Because just getting some runs, batting the overs, is not a good idea, because 70 or 80 is a similar target. If it becomes 100, then they can fight. That's the thing. Don't think they are capable of getting runs, but Hirusha is there. He can hit a 6. He's on strike. Should be gone. Better is out. The non-striker wants to get a single, but umpire has given the batter out. Let's see the replay. Interesting to see whether that is out. Yes, clearly. It's a plumb in front. Excellent delivery from Koshan Jayavikrama. There goes the 9th wicket. Not much of a difference between the first game and the second game. 69 for 9. Just 15 extra runs only. This seems a one-sided game at the moment. It's going to be Jayanta Samaravira. 69 for 9. This can end the innings with this over. Lazy effort from the captain Jayanta. And he exposes the last man, Pramod. Yes, you can't let the last man doesn't bat, because he also likes to bat. That's another thing. Just imagine a batter who's on 50. He decides to bat alone and gets the last ball single with the last man. What would that last man will go through his mind? I'm also here to play some cricket. I like to bat, but the informed batter doesn't give. It's a kind of a harsh thing to do. So Pramod decides, let my friend have a bat, and he's doing a decent job. Jayanta bowls a little bit like a lollipops, off spin, little lollies. Let's see. Look at that. On strike is very, very indiscipline. Taruna Sri Abhivadana. And the ball is a decent over. It is 18 done, 70 for 9. It's Pramod. That's a 23 and 21 are the top scores. Other than that, there's no double figures. Similar like the first inning. And that's a good shot from Pramod. Now this is an opportunity to Kushan to wrap things. Left hander, last man. Should bowl a decent ball to finish this off. Taruna is the new batter. That was close. The fielder is a little bit up in the catching area. Two slips in place. That's what I was telling. I felt that Kushan can grab this wicket. 71 all out. It is not looking good at all. Look at that. Kushan grabs the second wicket. There goes the last man. Decent effort. 71 all out. Very good from the team TVS. That's a batting card. 23 and 21 are high scores. Other than that, there's nothing much in the scorecard with batting. Let's see the bowling card. 3 wickets to Nadish Yasiru. Vishmika Sandeep bowled well for 3 wickets and Kushan bowled well for 2 wickets. And let's take a look at the highlights. Mostly I think it is wickets. To see that's the highlights. That's the first wicket falling. That was the second one. That was the run out. That's as I was saying, highlights is like a wicket package. This one is a sixer, and the next 6. We can count. We can tell what happened. That is bowled. We know how many boundaries and the wickets. That kind of a total. And that was a good catch again. That was a huge hit. And another one. Got some good hits. And this one is a good catch. And then bounced and again. Got away with that. This was very funny. It's a little bit of football. And that was the last 2 wickets. Yes, and 71 all out. We will be back after few minutes time. We will be back on live for the second innings.
Welcome back to the DSN College Grounds Mercantile Cricket Association E-Division T20 League Tournament 2025. Two matches being played today because they are T20 games, and the game now in progress between TVS Lanka and Hemas Holdings. Hemas Holdings won the toss, selected to bat first, and they were bowled out for 72, and they only face 18.3 overs, a run rate of 3.84. So TVS Lanka have got 72 to win in their 20 overs. In the morning's match, we missed out the action on that. Brandix Essentials played against Haley's PLC B. Brandix Essentials won the toss, selected to bat first, bowled out 53 in 18 overs, a run rate of 2.92, and Haley's PLC B made 54 for no wicket or 55 for no wicket in 4.5 overs, and they won by 10 wickets, a run rate of 11.38. Right, so this is also another low-scoring match, the second match, match number 14, being played here at the DSN College Grounds, and the TVS Lanka have got 72 to win. How quickly will they make those runs? That's the question at the moment. Lovely weather conditions, bright sunshine, hot and humid afternoon here in Colombo, and all of Colombo has this weather. We hope the weather gods will be kind to this part of the world to allow these matches to be completed as well. So the umpires getting the wickets ready, and there we are. So Hemas Holdings 71 are out in 18.3 overs, and TVS Lanka, they need 72 to win. Looking at the field that's being set for the first over, they got a slip in place along with a man at backward point, then a point with an extra cover and a mid-off on the offside. On the onside, they got a man at backward square leg, then a man patrolling the boundary at a deep mid-wicket of the boundary, and a mid-wicket with a long on. That's the onside field, regulation fields. So Pramod Fernando to bowl the first over. He's played 18 matches. His best figures are 4 for 21. He's picked up 14 wickets in the matches he has played. Economy rate of 5.93. Here's the first over coming up. Induvara on strike, and he comes forward, pushes out of the offside. Dot ball to start with. 72 to win of 119 balls. And Pramod Fernando bowled in the first over. Spin to start proceedings. Flighted and driven on the onside, out towards long on. So first run being scored. Dinal Induvara off the mark straight away with one. It's one for no wicket. And brings Ruin Fonseca to take strike. Ruin Fonseca is taking guard, the right-hander. So field gets adjusted a bit. The man at mid-wicket moves down towards deep mid-wicket on the boundary. And they got a short, fine leg as well. The man at long on. And on the offside, they got the slip in place with the short third man, along with a man at point, the extra cover, and a deep mid-off on the offside. Right, so we got pets on the field at the moment. The ground staff runs across to pull him away. They live in this part of the world. And here's Fernando once again, bowling to Fonseca. Forward, plays down the track. Bowler fields on his follow through. Fernando once again. Thick edge down towards the third man. The man at short third man moving quickly to his right does the fielding. It was in the arm for a while, but it was safe. There was no catch involved in that. So Fonseca is also off the mark, and the total moves on 2 for no wicket in the first over. 2 balls left in the first over. Fernando bowls again. Driven straight down the ground, and the bowler fields on his follow through, so there's another dot ball. Induvara on 1. Fonseca is also on 1. 70 of 115 balls. And this one is forced away on the back foot. Out to the extra cover. There is the over. 1 over completed. And TVS Lanka are 2 for no wicket after 1 over. Dinal Induvara on 1. Ruin Fonseca also on 1. And Pramod Fonseca 1 over. Pramod Fernando, in fact, 1 over, none for 2. 70 of 114 balls. They're going at 2 runs in over. The required rate is 3.68. No big target for TVS Lanka to get there. They've got a good batting side as well. The target is 72. And in my estimate, they should get there pretty comfortably. They have a very good batting side. They bat deep as well. So they shouldn't be losing too many wickets to get that total of 72. They played 3 matches in this league tournament. They won all 3. This is their 4th game. So coming to Bandara, 2 matches, 3 for 24 is best bowling effort. Economy rate is 6.11. Average is 13.75. He's bowling over number 2. Another spinner. So they're going with so much a spin, in fact, at the moment is Hemas Holdings. They don't have many runs to play with. They know that. And looking at the field again, we've got a slip in place with that man at short third man or backward point. A point, extra cover and a long off on the offside. And here's Bandara. Lift arm. Down the leg side. Perhaps he got some bat to that. The wicket keeper didn't collect cleanly. A few oohs and ahs in the middle. Coming to Bandara. Quicker. Full toss. Driven on the offside. That's going straight to the extra cover boundary before. There's no stopping that. There's no fielder in that region. And Ruin Fonseca moves to the 5. The total of the 6. So TVS Lanka will look to wrap up this game quickly to score 72 runs as quickly as they can. Because the moment they wrap this game up quickly, their net run rate will also be pretty good. They'll want to maintain that to check their net run rate. Nicely played past that extra cover. Long off will tidy up, but they'll cross for a single in the meantime. So takes Ruin Fonseca along to 6 and the total on to 7 for no wicket. We're still in the 2nd over. Slight adjustments to the field from coming to Bandara. Bowling to the left-hander. The man at sweeper cover boundary being brought in to the circle. And that's clubbed on the outside. Real good shot. One bounce to the boundary for 4. Look at that. Perfect shot. One bounce into the boundary. So Induvara also moves on to 5. The total in double figures, 11 for no wicket after 1.4 overs. Bandara, none for 9. Full toss. Got the treatment this time. That's a big one. That goes for 6. $17 for no wicket. Dinal Induvara, he is on to double figures on 11. 1.5 overs, 17 for no wicket. TVS Lanka. And look at that, the way it's gone all the way. Ball retrieved from the shrubs, in fact. So coming to Bandara, bowled 5 balls, none for 15 his figures. 2 boundaries and a 6 in the over so far with the single. $55 required of 109 balls. They got all 10 wickets in hand. Now man at deep mid wicket of the boundary. Is driven out on the onside towards long on. They'll pick up 1 more run. So Induvara will keep the strike at the end of the over. 2 completed. And TVS Lanka are 18 for no wicket. With Dinal Induvara on 12 of 7. Ruin Fonseca on 6 of 5. And coming to Bandara, 1 over. None for 16. They're going at 3 runs and over, or 9 runs and over. The required rate has dropped to 3 runs and over. 54 required of 108 balls. That's the equation for TVS Lanka. And any side that doesn't make a decent score will certainly struggle to survive against a side like TVS Lanka. Right, there we are. So Induvara, 12 runs, 1-4, 1-6. Ruin Fonseca, 6 with 1 boundary. Held the strike rates by both batsmen. And 3rd over starting up from both Fernando. Cut away nicely, but straight to the fielder at extra cover, so there's no chance of run. But into the 3rd over, 2.1 overs completed. Down the track, lofted on the onside. One bounce to the boundary for 4. There was no stopping that. Man at long on was nowhere in the picture. So Induvara attacking at the moment is on to 16. Takes a total of 22 for no wicket. Look at that. Good use of the feet as well. This time uses his feet, gets the pitch of the ball, but plays it gently on the offside to an extra cover. Dinal Induvara. 22 for no wicket after 2.3 overs. 50 runs required of 105 balls. Pramod Fernando, none for 6 of 1.3 overs. They're going at 8.80. They require 2.86 on this stage onwards. So Hemas Holdings won the toss and batted first. No real answer to TVS Lanka's excellent bowling attack. Off the back foot again, played out of the offside towards extra cover. Once again, there's no run. Another dot ball. So right arm round, bowls, comes forward, pushes with soft hands on the offside towards point. Single being taken. Understanding with these two batsmen, Induvara and Fonseca, really good. Eye contact is all that was needed. 23 for no wicket after 2.5 overs. Launched again. Where's that go? Straight to the fielder's hand. Caught inside the boundary. And TVS Lanka lose their first wicket. Ruin Fonseca, the man out. Straightforward catch. The man fielding at deep mid wicket of the boundary. They placed the man there. Expected that catch to come. And he didn't disappoint. Fonseca. He's out for 6. So it's 23 for 1. We look at that again. There we go. Picks it up very nicely. Look at the fielder. Made no mistake about that. Well inside the boundary. So Pramod Fernando picks up his first wicket. 1 for 7 of 2 overs to Fernando. 23 for 1 after 3 overs. But no panic for TVS Lanka. They still got a very strong batting side. A lot of batting to come. So Ruin Fonseca, the man out. Right, so here we are with TVS Lanka having a modest total of 72 to win. Pramod Fernando has picked up 1 wicket of 7. The scoreboard has to be adjusted. It's got to be upgraded, in fact, or updated. 1 wicket has fallen. TVS Lanka, they're 23 for 1, in fact, after 3 overs. There we are. So Pramod Fernando 1 for 7 for 2 overs. Induvara is on 17. San Tatsara is the new man who walks in. Kanishka Piris is a new bowler. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. Few oohs and ahs out in the middle. No damage done. 23 for 1. He's got some turn and bounce as well as Piris. Adjustment of the field. The man who was fielding on the onside, a short fine leg, being brought to a short third man now. They got a backward point as well in place. Slip is also there. It's driven on the offside towards a long off. They'll pick up 1. Induvara moves on to 18, 24 for 1 after 3.2. Brings on Tatsara to take strike. Now the left-hander, 2 left-handers in the middle. Edge stopped. A short third man, could have been a run out. The field was pretty slow to pick up and return. Both batsmen at the same end, but ultimately the striker had enough time to cover ground. 25 for 1. Driven past the field on the offside. Poor effort on the boundary. Gets 4. When you're defending a rather small total, you've got to feel well. You've got to pick up every single delivery that's hit on the offside or the onside. Look at that. Look at the fielder comes in, dives, but dives at the wrong time. 29 for 1. Again driven past the fielder at extra cover. Doesn't feel clean. He allows the batsman to cross for 1. 30 for 1 after 3.5 overs. Tatsare is on 1. He's on strike in the over on 23. Again driven, but this time the bowler gets a hand to it. Stops the ball. Ends the over. 4 completed. And TVS Lanka 30 for 1, requiring 72 to win. With Tatsare on 1 in the over on 23. Kanishka Peris 1 over none for 7. So 42 runs required by TVS Lanka. They got 96 balls to get it and 9 wickets in hand. So Pramod Fernando bowled his third over, the 5th of the innings. 30 for 1 is TVS Lanka. A slip in place as well for the right armour. Spinner flights that one on the off stump and played away gently towards point region. There's no chance of a run. And the total remains at 30 for 1 after 4.1 overs. So Fernando's figures 1 for 7 of 2.1 overs he's bowled. That's pulled away uppishly, straight to the hands. Dinal Induvara is a man out. Going for a big heave on the offside. Didn't quite get hold of it. And got enough bat to find the man at deep point. And TVS Lanka lose their second wicket. 30 for 2. Man out was Induvara. Pramod Fernando picks up his second wicket. 2 for 7 of 2.2 overs. Induvara walking back, disappointed. But look at that again. There we go. Punched on the offside. No mistake for the fielder. Pretty straightforward catch. So the target is 72 to win. They're on 30 for the loss of 2 wickets at the moment. TVS Lanka. They know they've got a lot of batting. They got batting depth and losing wickets doesn't worry them. So Induvara goes to 23 of 17 or 18 balls. For the 42 required to win. They're going at 6.92. Required rate is 2.68. We're in the 5th over. 4.2 overs completed. And here's Fernando once again. Down the track he drives on the onside. Deep mid-wicket fields cleanly. And they come back for overthrow. The return to wicket keeper is not a good one. So 1 becomes 2. That's what they must stop, not conceding the extra runs. Hemas Holdings, because when you got a small total defend, every single run is so valuable. It's 32 for 2 at the moment. Down the track, lofted hard and high. 1 bounce, drops inside the boundary. They're coming back for 2. No, they settle for single. The ball just landed plonk on the outfield at long off. 33 for 2. Run rate 7.07. They require 2.54 from this stage onwards. Tatsare is on 1. Nadisha Yasuru is the batsman who's on 3 of 2 balls, the new man. Hit hard on the offside, straight towards the deep mid-off position. No chance of run. So Fernando 2.5 overs, 2 for 10 his figures. Launched in the air. Two fielders won't get there. It falls in between them. They cross the one. So one more run to the total. Ends the over as well. 5 overs completed. And TVS Lanka are 34 for 2. Yasuru on 3. Tatsara is on 2. Pramod Fernando 3 overs. 2 for 11. The required rate has dropped to 2.83. And for the next 5 overs, your friend and mine, Samira Veerasinghe.
Thank you, Eric. 34 for 2. Fielder in that area has been in trouble a bit. Probably a bit of cramp coming in. You can see it's difficult to get runs. If they score about 100, it's very difficult. The bowling has been good from Hemas. And fielder is still down. Kanish Kapiris is the new bowler. And probably is going off the field. Reserve fielder will come into play. It's going to be Kanish Kapiris. All set for the 6th over. 34 for 2. Pires has bowled 1 over, conceded 7. He tried to go with a splashing cover drive, but I think the ball has gone through to the keeper before the bat came, and yes, looks like it's a no ball because it's 3 fielders outside. Umpire didn't pick it. And he couldn't get that free hit. It's bowling very fast, Kanishka. And again, fireballs coming in from Kanishka. Finally gets the single. Gets away with that. It's going to be the right arm off spinner. Gets another single. Ends the over. 37 for 2. It's going to be Pramod. He's bowling his 3rd over. Bowled really well. gets 2 wickets for his name. He is flighting the ball, inviting the batter, experienced campaigner. So he knows best thing to do is just put the ball up in the air, invite the batter. Is what he's doing, and he has been rewarded with 2 important wickets. See, he's bowling well. Bowling with a purpose. Bowling with good lines, good length. Gets another good bit of shot for a single. Let's see what this batsman going to do, because he gets that in the last moment. He gets a huge hit. And a huge hit, I told you. This time he connects. Connects well for 6. Target is getting down to the 20s. 45 with that huge hit. Excellent. From Nadesh Yaziro. Cool campaigner. We can hit the ball. Must tell. See from that shot, these batters can bat. Straight away. Again. Another single into the taking. TVS Lanka. This is Hemas Holdings. Flight at this time. Driven. I must say drilled. Down to long off 47 for 2 after 7. It's going to be Kanish Kapir is the same bowler. Gets it just a single. Another very good ball. Good bit of delivery. Tries to go big, and he's gone. Keeper almost forgot to flip the bails off. And here goes another batsman out of the ground. Here comes the new batter, Kushan Wickramasinghe, former Nalandian, plays for Ragama Sports Club, Look at that. What he did was he just walking. He just walked. And umpire decides to give him out. Easy decision. He goes. Koshan Wickramasinghe. Surely not a recent picture. Young days that picture is for Koshan. 867 runs, highest 50 runs. Just 150 with an average of 20. Better batsman than that. Can hit a long ball, this guy. Let's see what he can produce. He produced a magic. Is he playing some shots inside or outside? First ball is out of the park. That's why I'm telling you, this guy can hit a long ball. Surely does. He must be having some plans in the evening. Wants to finish this pretty quickly. Problem is, you can't finish it quickly when you play out of the ground because the ball will not come. Wasting a bit of time because of the lost ball. That's the problem. Finally, I think the ball has been arrived. Pack a punch. Now Kanish Kapiris decides to bowl a bit of flat deliveries. Ends the over. 8 done. 53 for 3. It's going to be Tharindu, I think. A bit of left arm spin. Going to bowl. False start there. Seems like it's Tanura. Tanura is the new bowler. Good shot. Just not single. The score moves up to 54 with that. Tanura Sri Abevadana. Playing in the team for his bowling. Oh dear, oh dear. No run there. And just another dot ball. That was unnecessary. What you say in cricket, never run for a misfield. And there goes the Koshan. Hitting the bullseye. Middle stump out. And there goes Vikramasinghe. Short stay for him. He goes. And almost. I tell you, 4 wickets have gone. If they can get another couple of wickets, it's interesting. No, that's a boundary. Now this is batting well. Gets easy runs. Very good shot there from Nadish Yasuru. Just 14 runs needed to win this match. Finish things off in the years today. That's another big one. No, I thought that will clear the fence, but just 2 runs only. Ends the over. 60 for 4. It's going to be, looks like a new bowler. Kavinda Bandara. 16. It's Neluka Heshan, the new batter. Has 133 as his best with 11 50s. Good numbers for him. Proper batsman, I guess, in the team. Neluka Heshan. It's a single. Drives, no run there. And there she goes. Couple of runs. Little bit of dark clouds coming in, but not be affected for the game. And gone. 5 wickets to get. 9 runs still to score. If they scored 100, they would have won this match. TVS struggling a little bit. Good reaction time. That's the end of him. 21 to Nadisha 0. It's going to be the same bowler. That's the batting stats. Ends the over. 9 needed. And take it through to the end of the game will be Eric Gowda.
Thank you, Samira. So there we are, the equation, 9 runs to get off 60 balls. They got 5 wickets in hand. I think that TVS Lanka took it rather easy today compared to the very strong batting side that they have. Umesh Caldera still to score. Neluka Hishan, he's on 1. Taruna Shriya Bevardhana, 1 over, none for 7 his figures. So Neluka Hishan on strike. Drives past the ball on the onside, out to long on. They'll cross for 1 more run. 64 for the loss of 5 wickets. 8 to get for TVS Lanka. Umesh Caldera still to score, is on strike, taking guard. So slip still in place. Driven out towards the short extra cover. No chance of run this time. Outside the line of off stump, shoulders, arms is Caldera. Full toss, driven past the bowler, didn't quite get hold of it. The ball runs out towards long off. They'll pick up only 1 for that. Caldera very slow to start off for the single. He was ball watching, I think, for a moment. .65 for 5, 7 required. Driven again past the bowler, out towards long on this time. Another single been taken by Neluka Hishan. Looking for overthrows this time, but not to be. So 6 required to win. 55 balls to get it and 5 wickets in hand. Another full toss driven on the offside. Out towards extra cover. They get one. Coming back for 2. The return on its way. But the batsmen are home. 68 for the loss of 5 wickets. 4 runs required. That ends the over. 11 completed. 68 for 5 after 11 overs. 4 required to win of 54 balls. Caldera on 3. Heshan on 3. And Tarunashree Abebodana 2 overs, none for 12. They're going at 6.18 at the moment. They require 0.44 from this stage onwards. Yeah. So the finishing touches to this game to be put by these batsmen, Caldera and Heshan. Can they do that? Coming the Bandara. Starts a new over. This is third. 1 for 19 his figures. First ball a dot ball. Played on the onside this time. The bowler fields on his follow through. Again driven on the onside. The bowler is after it. He picks it up, but the batsman complete a single as well in the meantime. So 69 for the loss of 5 wickets. 3 runs required to win for TVS Lanka. Brings Umesh Caldera on 3 to take strike. Heshan on 4 at the non-strikers end. The slip is still in place. Coming the Bandara. 1 for 20 from 2.3. Little paddle sweep. They'll pick up one more run as the backward square leg runs into the fielding. 70 for 5. 2 runs required to win. So Bandara, 2 balls left in his over. Lofted on the offside. No fielder will get to it. It drops short of the man fielding at sweeper cover. They pick up one more run. So 1 more run required to win. 71 for 5. Caldera on strike. He's on 4. Bandara, last ball of his over. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump. That's a dot ball. Ends the over. And after 12 overs, TVS Lanka 71 for 5. Umesh Caldera on 4. Niluka Heshan on 5. And coming the Bandara, 3 overs, 1 for 22. The run rate at the moment is 5.92. 1 run required of 48 balls. And they got 5 wickets in hand as well. So required rate is 0.13. So Tarunashree Abebodana to bowl his third over. None for 12 his figures. Forward defensive this time. Not taking chances is Niluka Heshan. 1 run to win. Drives down the track. Bowler fields on his follow through, so there's no run. 1 to win. Driven nicely on the offside. That's out of the extra car boundary for 4. That's the winning runs as well. 75 for 5. So the win by 5 wickets, TVS Lanka. There we go. Flighted. Pitched about just outside the line of off stump. Lovely cover drive along the ground to the boundary for 4. Shake of hands on the two teams as well. Hemas Holdings and TVS Lanka. Hemas Holdings won the toss, select to bat first. Couldn't really get going, lost wickets early. And they were bowled out for 71 in 18.3 overs. Setting TVS Lanka 72 to win. And they got 75 for 5. So easy win for TVS Lanka. They took it very easy, I think, today. We know that they're a good side. But today was a different kettle of fish because they dismissed Hemas Holdings 71. And the relaxation came in after that. That's how they lost those 5 wickets as well. So the players shaking the hands as well. TVS Lanka, look at that scorecard. Induvara 23 with Fonseca making 6. Tatsala making 5. And then Yasiru 21. Javikrama 6. Heshan, the wicketkeeper, not out 9. Caldera made 4. 1 extra in 12.3 overs. 75 for 5. And we look at the bowling figures for Hemas Holding. Pramod Fernando, he bowled well, 4 overs, 2 for 21. Coming to Bandara, 3 overs, 1 for 22. Piris, 3 overs, 1 for 16. And Abe Bordana, 2.3 overs, not for 16. The follow wickets, 23, 30, 47, 54, 63. With 1 extra, 12.3 overs, 75 for 5. So as the players lead the field, so will the umpires as well. And let's check out the highlights of this innings as well, to see how it went. There we go. A forward defensive stroke. A lovely drive, beats the fielder on the offside, finds the boundary. That's pulled away on the onside again. Another clean hit on the onside, clears the boundary. Good use of the feet down the track. And we look at that as well. Taken a catch right on the boundary almost. It's a well-held catch. Beats the fielder at extra cover. Sweep had no chance. And this one hit away straight to that man at point. Nice sweep shot over the square leg region. And there we are. That was the batsman losing his footing that time. He's out stumped. And we look at that run out. Pulled away on the onside again, down to the backward square leg boundary for 4. Sharp chance at slip taken. And that was the last hit that came on the offside, ceding victory for TVS Lanka. There was no threat of TVS Lanka losing because they were always well poised. They had a lot of batting to come, but took it so easy in this run chase. Right, so there we are. That's the match summary. Hemas Holdings win the toss and batting first, bowled out for 71 in 18.3 overs. Bandara 23 and Pereira made 21. And the wicket takers being Sandeepa picked up 3. Yasiru 3 and Jayavikrama picked up 2. TVS Lanka 72 to win, 75 for 5 in 12.3 overs. Induvara made 23. Yasiru 21. And Pramod Fernando, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 21, with Bandara picking up 1 for 22 and Piris 1 for 16. So TVS Lanka won by 5 wickets in this game organized by the Mercantile Cricket Association E-Division T20 League Tournament for 2025. We hope you enjoyed the coverage of all the action from the DSN Lanka College grounds. And we thank you for your company. And together with our production crew and our commentary team, we say thank you and goodbye from the DSN Lanka College grounds.